When Woolworths first flung open its doors in New York, 1879, it was the Victorian equivalent to the £1 shop, selling everything from stationery to dish clothes for just 5 cents. But like no other American exports, the chain would soon become a quintessentially British institution, with a presence on almost every high street and a unique place in the hearts of the nation's shoppers. In the 99 years since it established its UK presence in Liverpool, millions have wandered down its aisles of football boots. Founded by Frank Winfield Woolworth, who claimed he could trace his family roots back to the woolly Cambridgeshire, Woolworths had dozens of stores across the US by the time it arrived on British shores, and its owner had already made his fortune. Woolworths travelled to Europe to source goods for the company and harboured an ambition to bring its American retailing sensation to the old country. Frank wrote this in his diary: "I believe that a good penny and sixpence store run by a live Yankee would be a sensation here." His instincts were right, although it was 19 years before he was finally able to prove it. On his first visit to Europe following a long voyage across the Atlantic that left him seasick and disorientated, Woolworth's ship docked in Liverpool, and he chose the city, then at the height of its economic power, as the location for its first British store. It opened in Church Street on Friday, November 5th, 1909, to enthusiastic reviews from the local press. The handsome premises were thronged the whole time they were open, the Liverpool Courier reported. £6 is the highest price charged for any single article in the establishment, but the variety of articles obtainable is infinite. Predictably, perhaps the Daily Mail was less enthusiastic, declaring the American upstart has chosen Liverpool so they can make a quick escape back home once their venture failed, leaving their unpaid debts behind them. Within a generation, however, there were nearly 500 stores in Britain run by Woolworth's protege, William Stevenson, a young fiery clerk he met in a Staffordshire pottery. By the time Stevenson retired in 1948, floating it on the London Stock Market Exchange and becoming one of the country's richest men. The company expanded rapidly in the mid-1920s, and it was opening a store every 70 days to the delight of the local councillors, who regarded the arrival of the distinctive red shop as a stamp of approval for their town. The 1931 flotation gave the British management increased confidence and autonomy from the head office in New York, and the following year Woolworth's senior successor, Brian Miller, observed the child had long since outgrown the parent, generating more profit and taking hold more quickly than their own American company ever did. After the Second World War, growth stagnated as competition began to open self-service stores. An innovation Woolworths was quick to copy but too slow to roll out. The first Woolworths to dispense with the traditional counters and serving staff opened in Conham, Surrey in March 1955, but the revamp was only used in new stores. Rivals including supermarkets who had rolled out the new concept faster soon began to eat into its market share. In the 1970s, an average of 15 stores were closed each year to fund the renovation of its modern outlets, but at the start of the 1980s, Woolworths still had 1,000 shops and was beginning to expand into out-of-town locations. In 1997, US Woolies, now owned by a rival American retailer, announced it was closing the remaining 400 FW Woolworth stores, but its British arm remained in ruined health. It became a part of retail giant Kingfisher, who owned B&Q, but was floated as a separate company in 2001. Since then, it has struggled to fend for itself, battling stock shortages, facing an aborted bid attempt by retail billionaire Sir Philip Green, ensuing profit warnings, and failing to persuade a new generation of shoppers to visit its increasingly unfashionable stores. The enthusiasm which greeted its arrival in the UK has been replaced by indifference from consumers, and aside from the pick and mix confectionery counter, it is no longer clear what the store is for. Unlike the shoe polish, tea towels, and cheap China plating stocks, Woolies has outlived this usefulness, and many of its products could have been bought cheaper elsewhere. Woolworth UK ceased all operations in July 1997, rebranding itself as Benetton Group, a sporting goods retailer, which is now known as Foot Locker. Woolworths is still alive, mainly in Australia, where it has a massive presence. Woolworths and Coles in Australia make up 80% of the Australian market.
Cheap, really, really cheap, really, really cheap, really, really cheap, 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 cheap. From Monday to Sunday, all through the store, the finest and the freshest and so much more. One thing's for certain, the word on the street, Woolworths prices are cheap.
Wow, that's cheap.
Lowest prices, cheap, cheap, cheap.
Look at that. That is cheap.
Come on down to Woolies where real low prices are found.